The Penang South Island PSI project is an ambitious development launched by the Penang state government to secure a sustainable future for the state. However, there is confusion about the project caused by misinformation. This video will provide the facts and science about land reclamation so that more people will know. First, human civilization has been reclaiming land from the sea for thousands of years. One of the earliest discovered man-made islands is in Scotland with radiocarbon dating back to the Neolithic period that is about 5,000 years ago. The Netherlands with reclaimed land size of about 650,000 hectares, which is equivalent to 6 times the size of the state of Penang, has earliest record of land reclamation dated back to 800 years ago. One of the earliest land reclamation projects in Japan is the creation of the Dejima Island, dated back to 1634, about 390 years ago. Singapore's first land reclamation began 200 years ago in 1822. Today, more than 25% of Singapore's land size are reclaimed. Hong Kong's land reclamation started in 1851. About 27% of Hong Kong's population today stay on reclaimed land. These reclaimed lands are still around, withstood the changing environment for hundreds of years. Human civilization from different continents flourish on reclaimed land. Second, land reclamation is a climate change adaptation strategy. According to the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, UNIPCC, land reclamation is an advanced method to counter sea level rise and overcome land scarcity, population pressure, and extreme events. Their 2019 report also stated that land reclamation is a matured and effective technology which can provide predictable levels of safety. Research carried out in Germany, the Netherlands, and the Maldives, published in 2020, found that land reclamation is a promising strategy to reduce flood risks at urban coastal areas. The article added that land reclamation in high-value urban areas can offset climate adaptation investments. A 2023 research article prepared by a group of climate change adaptation scientists has demonstrated how land and island reclamation can be an adaptation approach to address societal and economic needs over multiple centuries. The research was led by Dr. Sally Brown, the principal scientist in flood risk research at the United Kingdom's Environment Agency and a lead author in the UNIPCC 2018 special report. According to the director of the Tyndall Centre for Climate Change Research, Professor Dr. Robert Nichols, the land reclamation effort in Maldives provides a way that these islands and communities can thrive despite these threats from sea level rise. Professor Nichols is also a lead author of UNIPCC Second Assessment Report, Third Assessment Report, a convening lead author of the Fourth Assessment Report, and a review editor of the Fifth Assessment Report. Not all man-made islands are built for the rich and wealthy like those in Dubai. In fact, majority of new land banks over the past 20 years are reclaimed to develop climate resilience and to relieve housing and economic pressures in coastal cities. An analysis using satellite imagery from 2000 to 2020 of 185 cities indicates that 78% of these cities have reclaimed new land, contributing a total of 253,000 hectares of additional land to the Earth's surface. More than 70 cities in the analysis reclaimed land for port extension, 30 of them for residential or commercial use, and 19 for industrial area. Advanced countries such as Denmark, Scotland, Japan, the Netherlands, Singapore, South Korea, and Germany are carrying out land reclamation as climate change adaptation strategy. Now, Land reclamation does have impact on the environment, just like any other climate adaptation effort. Electric vehicles, solar panels, and wind turbines all have environmental impact. So, as adaptation effort, land reclamation project needs to have mitigation measures to minimize and offset the impact, which is how the Penang South Islands is planned for. The United Nations, the climate adaptation scientists recognize that land reclamation as an adaptation strategy to counter climate change impact. Only anti-development NGOs don't recognize it. Maybe that's because they see themselves as more expert than everyone else in the world. Third, Penang is thriving today because of many past land reclamations. The total existing reclaimed land on Penang Island in 2015 is estimated to be over 2,300 acres. Historically, the backbone of Penang's economy is the manufacturing sector, in particular the electronics and electrical industry (E&E), located at the Bayang Lepas Free Industrial Zone (FIZ). Before the development of the FIZ, Penang's poverty rate was over 40%. Penang's GDP per capita was 12% below national average. And then the FIZ was developed with many factories coming in. Over 1,100 acres of land were reclaimed, stretching from the Penang Bridge to Batu Mau for development centered around the FIZ. Today's poverty rate in Penang is about 2%, with GDP per capita about 20% above national average. The socio-economic condition of an entire generation in Penang was raised, and Penang is now called the Silicon Valley of the East. Without those developments, a large portion of people in Penang would still be jobless and living in poverty. Besides the FIZ, many important infrastructures and landmarks in Penang today are built on reclaimed land. Straits Quay, Well Quay, Beach Street, Bandar Sri Penang, which houses more than 2,000 families with low and low-medium cost units, LCE Expressway, and Kapasing Drive. All are on reclaimed land. The PSI is planned and designed as a climate change adaptation strategy in accordance with the framework set by UN IPCC, involving dozens of scientists from various fields and experts from international consultancy with extensive experience in infrastructure development. Altogether, there were 23 experts involved in the preparation of the environmental impact assessment for PSI. Among them, with PhD and master degree in geomorphology, hydraulic engineering, hydrogeology, economics, zoology, biology, plant and soil science, environmental engineering, geography, ocean science, water engineering, civil engineering, coastal engineering, conservation biology, botany, aquatic biology, and aquaculture. PSI planning and design related to climate concerns, location and sea level rise have incorporated guidelines, studies and projection from the UN IPCC, National Hydraulic Research Institute of Malaysia, the Low Carbon Cities Framework, the Royal Haskoning DHV of Netherlands, and the Danish Hydraulic Institute. Therefore, the designing of the minimum platform of PSI First Island is 3 meters above mean sea level, taking into account the joint occurrence of high tide and a 1,000-year storm surge. As you can see, the science behind land reclamation in general and the PSI in particular is established. First, human civilization has been reclaiming land from the sea for thousands of years. Second, top climate change adaptation scientists and UN IPCC have established that land reclamation can be an effective adaptation strategy. And third, Penang is thriving today because of many past land reclamations.